36 degrees out today, and I'm taking the day off. It's too damn cold to work. Well, maybe not for some people, but for me, I don't like the cold. Well, we've had some pretty cold weather the past few days, and today's no exception. Although it's a little warmer, it's in the 40s. But a couple things that I maybe missed in some of my last videos was showing the windows that open. I've temporarily screwed them shut. You can see there's hinges up there, and I'll show some more of this once I get the openers and closers built at a later time. But one of the things that's driving me nuts as I stand here and look at this, and because I was in such a hurry to get these windows in, I've got too long of a span on this lower, not a floor joist, it's like a rim joist, and so I've got a little sag in it, which is consequently, and basically I lined up, when I set the windows, I set them on the bottom rail, and I was standing so close to it that I didn't notice the curve in all the windows. And as you can see, there's a dip, and it's driving me crazy. So I'm gonna pull these windows out, and I'm gonna jack that up. The dirt's a little soft right now because it's been raining. I'm gonna jack that thing up and put another post in the center on both sides. So that's gonna kind of slow down progress, and as well as not finishing the outside of the water tank. I need to get my seeds germinating as soon as possible. So, but I don't want to continue on until I've fixed the problem that I see. Done one side. I lifted it about a ½ an inch. I got a string line run, so the jack seems to be holding. But I can't do the other side because I got to let this concrete set up. So at least I've cut my post for the other side already, and it's ready to go. I could dig the hole, but I'll just wait and do it all at once. I don't need a hole in my way when I pull windows. So that's it for now. Well, here it is the next day. I made my concrete a little too soupy. I wanted it to go underneath the post and really get all the way around it, but apparently it's a little too soupy. It's only been about, well, it's been quite a while actually. It's been 18 hours and it's still wet. Good thing I blocked it up because the jack sank last night. And it doesn't look like it affected the concrete in any way, so I'm just going to leave it. The string line, I pulled it off, put it on the other side. The other side is not as bad as I originally thought it was. It's only down about, maybe 1/4 of an inch or so. So it's not that far out. Maybe if I just straighten the windows and put a post under it the way it is, it will keep me from having to pull all the nails in my framework, and maybe just readjust the windows up to the top instead of the bottom, and then it will appear to be a straight line, and it will no longer sink or sag on this rim joist. And part of my problem is stacking all of the windows in here. They're pretty heavy, not individually, but as a group they added some weight to this side. So maybe that was a mistake, but at least it saves my back a little bit of labor from loading them all up, taking them into the hangar, and then reloading them and bringing them out. So that's where I'm at today. I'll get another post in here after I've changed the windows around. Okay, I've run another string line, and it appears to be pretty straight on the top. And you can see that big dip in the center, so I need to get rid of that. It's bugging the hell out of me. Okay, the first 4 are out, so I'm going to start right here and get them lined up to the top and just do the top row first. But I have to remove the second row, the center row, to get it right. Time to break out the planer. a relic left over from when I used to hang doors, and it's a good little machine. And I'll just plane a little bit off of this window so it'll fit right. But they're looking pretty sweet. I got the string line, I got a straight edge, and I'm doing it right. Okay, it looks like I have a perfectly straight line. So I'm going to go ahead and attach that, see how this unfolds. The planer worked great. Just shaved off enough to get it to fit right in there. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, all the windows have been remounted in a straight line now, and it doesn't bug me. I don't know, maybe it's, I might have mentioned before, but it might have been from when I did staircases, spiral oaks and whatnot, that even the slightest little misstep on a straight line bothers the heck out of me, so I had to redo it. Now time to set a post in the center and let it cure for a few days. I'm gonna have to hold off on doing the windows on the other side until that concrete sets, so might as well get something accomplished. Picked up, fill it with concrete, and it'll never sink again. This is some real hillbilly stuff here. My broken handle. Okay, but I can't videotape and do this at the same time. I've made this batch of concrete soupy, so it gets down underneath that 6x6. A little soupy anyway. But I'm happy with the progress today, and I wish I could do more, but I have other responsibilities today, so I have to move on. Anyway, that needs some time to dry. I have an old salvaged door that's been sitting out in the back that I managed to free up, get it out of the weeds. So it needs a little pressure washing, I would say. It's a little dirty, and it's a little wider than I wanted, but I think it's going to work out. I'll just have to blank out one wall of windows, not a wall, but one string of windows on the entry. So I guess that'll be on the water tank side. It'll give me a hard wall to mount my plumbing to, I guess. Pressure washer knocked the mud off of it, but it's not getting any of the mold or stain or whatever that is off. So I guess it's going to be all hand work. What a hassle. I scrubbed it down with simple green and a brush, and it's not coming off. Just this one side. I think the glass is going to clean up, but it looks like I might have to use some bleach on it or something.